2 Megapops is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6 where we need to get 2 million pops or more with a single tower, and we're going to be doing this with the Icicle Impale, tier 5 of the bottom path. But rather than starting with an ice tower, we're going to be starting off with a submarine, so let's get cracking. If I sound low, it's just because I'm trying to be quiet while the rest of the household is still asleep. Recording this at 7:15 in the morning. Here we go, let's place Geraldo down. Geraldo is going to be very helpful when it comes to dealing with certain rounds here, because without Jerry's fire, I don't think tier 4 of the ice tower is able to deal with Moabs. If you place Geraldo on Strong, it means he'll target the blue balloons rather than the red balloons. Unless, of course, there's only red balloons left. It just decreases their movement speed. Now we're going to place down our ice tower. And our next objective is going to get a 022. And then we're going to get some heat-tipped darts so that this can pop frozen balloons. We could go top path to have that permafrost effect and be able to by default target camo and lead balloons, but I honestly think that the faster fire rate and increased pierce is going to be more important than the ability to pop certain kind of balloons, because we'll be able to circumvent those issues with an MIB, meaning that the only thing missing out would be the permafrost. But with the destruction that the Icicle Impale will be inflicting, we will not need to slow them down. Okay, we have heat-tipped darts, which means that this will be more beneficial when it comes to being able to pop white balloons, which is going to be our immediate weakness for round 22 with the ice tower, because by default the ice tower cannot pop white or zebra balloons because of their properties, making them immune to frozen/cold attacks. Here we go, more white balloons to deal with. And because of heat-tipped darts, it means that we'll be able to pop frozen balloons as well as lead balloons. 2 benefits with 1 upgrade in this case. Usually it's only 1 benefit because you're not really having an ice tower down, but in this case it is definitely very helpful. 126, and then we'll go to Strong actually, so that we're only targeting the whites and the zebras and the blacks. And then after that we will go back to this stage. Hopefully there won't be any muck-ups, but obviously there's going to be 1 or 2 game overs. But thanks to the power of Challenge Editor, the risk of failure does not feel as heavy. Right, we're going to go to first, because sometimes a yellow balloon might escape because of the excess of pierce required to deal with this. Okay, so Strong, and let the ice tower deal with the rest. There we go. And that all goes down just lovely. Don't need anything else at this given point in time. Regrows are not an issue. And then go back to Strong. Once it hits that, submerge again, and then once that happens, there we go. Please target the leads only, please, rather than bouncing back around. Okay, fine, do it your way. I was hoping that the darts would just go in a straight line, but I guess not. Cryo Cannon is with us, so we lose the radius advantage of the ice tower, but now he is an actual gunner. Okay, there are going to be the occasional zebra balloons on this round, which means switching the submarine back from unsubmerged to something else will be better at this point in time. I prefer Strong because it means that the submarine is intentionally targeting the strongest most balloons. Here we go, rainbows. What's going to happen here? Sometimes the power differs depending on how close the blast is to the center. Okay, this might be an issue here, yeah. We're going to need something else to help us out. Perhaps going on first might be beneficial, and then go to icicles from there, lovely. And then go back to Strong so that we're targeting the white balloons. There we go, that's all that dealt with. We just needed a little bit of help and some frontmost balloon clearance. Unsubmerge and then resubmerge to then pop them. How many white balloons are there? Also, we're going to be going for 2002s. Two reasons. Number one, later upgrades for both villages will be cheaper. And number two, I do want to place down a glue gunner at some point, which makes those upgrades cheaper by themselves. But also, tier 1 will be for free because we will be getting a 402 monkey village, and then this one will be a 052 at some point. Now with that dealt with, we're going to need to upgrade Geraldo to level 8 so we can put the Jerry's Fire on. Because without Jerry's Fire, the icicles on their own will not be able to deal with this Moab. And there it is. Using the power of fire and ice, or in this case ice and fire, we will be able to prevail for all this. Sometimes opposites attract. Also with Jerry's Fire, it means that white and zebra balloons will be a non-issue from this point onwards. I do want radar scanner, then after that an MIB, so that the Jerry's Fire can pop purples, and the ice tower itself can pop white and zebras without relying on the other for the means to be able to pop things. Also at this stage in the game, the ice tower cannot pop lead, so that's also another reason why to get the monkey intelligence boreal. Bigger radius, jungle drums, primary training, primary mentoring. There we go. Now I do want that delicious O24 glue gunner. Bigger globs and stickier glue are for free, which is good. Oh, Jerry's Fire. There we go. Hopefully that's good enough. So let's put some pickles on as well to increase the strength of both the attacks of the ice tower and Jerry's Fire. So I've heard that pickles also affects Jerry's Fire if it's attached to the same tower, which is good. Oh, I selected the wrong upgrade there. That's better. I don't know why I clicked on the middle path there rather than the bottom path, but stranger things have happened in this kind of scenario. Next up, we'll be going for an overclock, and then from there, homeland defense. We will not be getting an alchemist here because I'm going to be prioritizing attack speed over even more attack strength. But also a factor is that what I found out during testing is that the alchemist can take away a surprising amount of pops away from the ice tower, mainly because if they're frozen around here, then the alchemist can just go to town with any kind of balloons that are there. Going through these rounds quite fluidly, actually. I like all this going on here. You'll notice on round 63 there's going to be some lag because of a combination of icicles and relentless glue stuns going to town with an extreme amount of balloons on the screen at any given point in time, all in the same place simultaneously. So I think regardless of what build you have, it comes down to the game's engine at the end of the day. Even game engines have limitations. It's not always just your PC. It's also about the game engine itself. That has limitations too. Round 60 is here. We're going to need another Jerry's Fire in place if we're going to deal with this. And you know what? We're going to be equipping pickles as well. Not going to equip pickles every single time. But for this occasion, I think we're going to need it with the BFB. I was calling MIB there for some odd reason. Mother Intelligence Balloons. Round 61 is going quite well. The regrow zebras are non-issue because of the MIB. MIB is one of the best support towers ever, and if you say so otherwise, I will come to your house and persuasively tell you as to why the MIB is one of the best supporting towers that you could possibly ever have. Round 62 is coming to a close with these fortified Moabs being a bit of a nuisance, but they're being dealt with just like that. Yeah, just like that, they're dealt with. Right, round 63 is here, and Overclock is here as well. So I think it will be even worse when it comes to Overclock. There we go. Ooh, just look at that lag right there. It's just a short burst where there's a huge amount of lag going on there. Because of all of the icicles and the stuns going on with the relentless glue, sorry. Overclock again, so we can deal with all of these Moabs. Thank you very much. Now, some people say that why do you spend over 15,000 on an engineer monkey just so that you can get to an overclock? Surely it would be better to just go for the Icicle Impale. And I understand where you're coming from, but for me, it's about how to get to a particular path. Some sacrifices are needed, and I feel that the overclock is a necessity in almost all 2 Megapops runs. Attack speed is one of the most important things to consider increasing at any given point in time. Find any means to increase attack speed and you're going to go further in the game than somebody who just wants pure power as soon as possible. Round 65, but then there's also the case of can you even get to that point in the first place? Round 66. I'm not saying it's impossible, but for me I feel better about doing that. And I'm not good enough a player to put the tower in the most optimal spot. In the spot which has the best Jerry Fires placement. There we go, round 66 is being dealt with. There's just these 2 down here, which could... No, they're not a nuisance actually, because they're now popped down to ceramics, which are very easily dealable. Round 67, fortified camo regrowth ceramics, because why not? Round 67 could be a good farming round if excessive pops was still a thing. Nice. Oh, lots of Moabs here, but we have this checked out, no problem. Go ahead and enter my sphere of attacks and get yourself eliminated by both the cold and the hot, and also slugged down by the glues of the non-corrosive kind. Very safe glue to apply, but it does slow you down though, temporarily, when applied. Non-lethal glue, but then again you wouldn't trust glue on your skin anyways. Round 74 is here, and we are doing ourselves justice on this very day by giving this tower its debut of the 2 Megapops on the channel. So the channel itself. I was going to say challenge there again. On the channel, the first time around. I think one day when I go through all of the possible like tier 5 2 Megapops, I will divert to more difficult maps, like intermediate maps. I don't think there's been a advanced or an expert map done with 2 Megapops, or... no, wait, hold on. It's 2 Tower Chimps I'm thinking of that hasn't really been done with that case. And there's of course like a Geraldo or a Sorda combination. But with the uniqueness of those 2 particular heroes, the fact that both of those heroes have been 1 tower chimpable, so therefore on the Bloons Tower Defense 6 index, there is no possibility of being able to actually have a new record of either of those 2 towers because of the fact that they've both been... Did that Moab just skip lanes there? Or should I have just applied pickles earlier? So if you ever find a tower that is 1 tower chimpable, then that just severely outbeats a 2 tower chimps combination because you've only needed to rely on that 1 tower in order to do everything. In Geraldo's case, it just seemed that much more, I don't want to say believable, but it's much more... Yeah, I understand why people have been able to do it, because on launch, Geraldo was even more broken than he is now with his different upgrades and all that jazz. And I think we might need some more help here, actually. Got that one first, which is ideal for this given point in time, but do we need anything else? No, we're good. I think it was just applying pickles earlier on the round, which is what it was. So, if you ever have a 1 tower chimp, then that is that is worthy in all itself. Solder and Geraldo are the only ones who have been able to one-tower chimps. Geraldo on Scrapyard, and Solder, I believe, was on Resort itself, using this little square here. Round 77 is looking a little bit close here, but I think we should be able to do it. Yeah, we've definitely got this in the bag. And I think for round 78 or early round 79, we might be able to get Icicle Impale, which is brilliant. Well, I sometimes call it Icicle Impalement, because it literally is an impalement into well, not oneself, but another self. By end of round 78, there's a lot going on here, but we've definitely got this. This could be what we need. Unless I spent too much on Geraldo items. Yeah, I spent too much on Geraldo items, but we'll get there. There we go. Now, I would say between 80 and 90, we've got absolutely no issues whatsoever. This is a pretty powerful tower. Freezing them on the spot, dealing big amounts of damage. Just got the fortified BFBs left, and then we are good to go. So our next stop is going to be Call to Arms and then Homeland Defense. You have something new. You always do, Geraldo, don't you? And that's the Sharpening Stone. We will be using this later on for a particular tower that's going to help us out, but that won't spawn until round 99. Here's the ZMG going down here. Lovely. Keep on going. Keep on going. We won't need Jerry's Fire or Pickles for a little bit of time. This is a very powerful tower. I will check your shop at some point, Geraldo. Do not worry about that menial factor. Round 81, the combined power of Icicle Impale and the Relentless Glow ensures that they're near enough stunned if there are a few enough amount of balloons. If not, then we have this case where they're just simply going through. And I should apply overclock, imply. Bloody hell. Oh, hello. It's taking a little bit of time to get through all this. I suppose ceramics are a little bit of a weakness of this thing when it comes to all this, because it's taken a long time for the Icicle Impale to get through them all. I mean, it does have a large amount of pierce, and I think if it wasn't for this deep freeze pierce, then we'll be having a harder time with all this, because you can circumvent its inability to pop lead and camo balloons by just simply placing down an MIB from a radar scanner to an MIB. But the only thing we're missing out on the middle path is the permafrost effect. But because of its devastation, we will not need the permafrost, like I said earlier. Perhaps I should remember to stop repeating bits of information that I've already said, and speak something new every once in a while, but hey ho, round 85, 2 ZMGs. I just realised we've got the money for Call to Arms now. Now why did I put Monkey Commerces down for both of these towers? Well, it's to make each other cheaper actually. We need both of these in order to benefit the Icicle Impale, so I thought why not just pursue bottom path so that then the other upgrades can be for the path in which we want. If you go past tier 2 for chimps, then I don't know what to say about you. Unless you're really wanting that free dart monkey every round. Here's an idea. Chimps, but you can only buy free dart monkeys. Challenge impossible. Guess what? Somebody might have already done it already. And then that said person will say, like, it's so easy, what are you talking about? If we combine both Overclock and Call to Arms, the attack speed is going to be huge on this. But the only thing that'll be even better is both Overclock and Homeland Defense. But then from there, the only thing that'll be even better than that is Homeland Defense and Ultra Boost. But we can't afford Ultra Boost at this stage of the game. Combine both again, we've got these ZMGs to deal with, so I think, why not? Also, I think combining both of these is going to be pivotal for round 98, because we're going to struggle on that round. I think for most towers, you're going to struggle with round 98, and it comes down to both tier 5 implementations of what buffs you have on it, and the support you have as well. such as our wonderful relentless glue gunner here. There we go, put both of those together to deal with all this. Maybe I used it too early, and I should have used it later on for when these were here. But then again, these will be ready for the DDTs, but I don't see DDTs being an issue whatsoever. Perhaps around 95 with a numerous amount of them will be an issue, but I don't think they're going to be a huge issue. Not as big of an issue as the bad will be anyways. That's going to be our main annoyance, the bad itself. Round 89 is coming to a close. Yeah, ceramics are a big issue when it comes to this particular tower. It takes a long time for it to get down the layers. It does big damage to Moabs, but it doesn't do big damage to ceramics. There we go, that's that dealt with. Only 23k away from the homeland defense. Almost forgot about Jerry's fire here. It's now at its better stage of extra burning damage, which is good. We'll be applying Pickles, but that'll be on round 96, so we won't have to apply another one down after that. That's going down quite nicely. There we go. And round 92 is dealt with. Excellent. Round 93. Another bunch of DDTs on their way, but a non-issue. A non-issue thanks to the stalling implementations of both the Icicle Impalement and the slowdown provided by the Relentless Glue. Relentless Glue is now very powerful, but it's not broken like it was in Update 38, where it also stuns BFBs and ZOMGs. Like, that was broken in all of itself, and possibly made certain towers on certain maps possible for 2 Megapops. I should have used both at the same time there, really, but alas, we are here. ZOMGs could be the big issue here, actually, because of the amount of pierce required to deal with everything. Sometimes it's not damage that you're lacking, but pierce, the ability to put that damage onto towers in the first place. And there we go, round 94 is dealt with. Now we have this round 95. Usually the killer of so many different 2-tower chimp combinations on certain maps. There we go, round 95. All of the stalling here is beautiful. These DDTs do not stand a chance here. Round 95 has been squashed, just like that. Round 96. A bunch of fortified Moabs. And we should be able to get homeland defense this round. And there it is. Excellent. Now with that in play, our attack speed will be even faster temporarily. Well, we're going to need it now actually. Those ceramics were making their way quite a long way around the track. Also, I should have put Pickles here. And I'm going to put, let's see, where are we at? Yeah, we're going to put Invisibility Potion on just for that extra range and extra camo damage if it's not being decamified by the Submerger support. That's probably the only downside of having it. Ooh, some of these are making their way. It's always going to be that one pesky ceramic that's going to get through, isn't it? This is looking a bit better this time. We've dealt with all of the small balloons, but now it comes to these ZOMGs. Oh, the thing is though, it's trying to deal with all of it at the same time, which means we're going to face ourselves an overwhelming pierce issue here. Around 97 is going to take a long time to spawn, so we won't have anything to worry about here. Let's see, round 97 is here, and our abilities will be back by the time they come here. But we now have room to put these down. And we're going to be having 4 of these creepy idols down on the next round, because Geraldo will be level 20 on the next round. If I didn't upgrade him to having Jerry's Fire on round 40, then he would be level 20 on round 99. There we go, they're going down just like that. Thank you very much. Excellent. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. And we are here, aren't we? We're doing good. Excellent. Geraldo is now at level 20. So we could place a creepy idol here and a creepy idol here. I'm thinking we should just hold off and see how well we do here. Let's do this as early as possible. We need to get as much attack power out as early as possible. And obviously all of these fortified ceramics are going over here because of the creepy idols. As many times as possible that we can to stall a balloon is going to be very, very important in this. And we're there actually. We are definitely there. Like, we're facing an overwhelming amount of relentless glued ceramics, which is very nice actually. We can get our abilities back for the next round. Or shall we hold off actually? And our secret weapon, a spike storm with sharpening stone. I don't want it to pop DDTs actually. We're going to hold off on that factor. Will we need any attack speed increases, or can we deal with this? Yeah, we can deal with it. Although, ooh, that's a little bit of damage there, which we did not want that to have, but we're hidden regardless. Sorry, we're here regardless, not we're hidden regardless. Let's see. Boom. Let's deal some early damage. That is definitely an impressive specimen, indeed. Okay, do both of those. Need as much damage implemented as possible, and the spike storm will enable us to have some pops on the bad itself, which is what we need. We didn't go for white hot spike so we can have a sharpening stone, and use Geraldo's items just a little bit more. There we go. And I think the next spike storm should do it actually. Let's see. There we go. That's the one. Yeah, we're gonna do it. No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, only 6 supporting towers here, which is good. There we go. Just leave it up to the rest, and they will be dealt with. 2,026,000 pops. What a time. That's one of my best 2 Megapops I've done on the channel so far when it comes to the total amount of damage, or the total amount of pops implemented onto balloons here. That's a brilliant amount actually. So thank you all so much for watching, and apologies again for the quieter voice. I don't like waking people up throughout the house, so there we go. So let me know what kind of 2 Megapops or 2 Tower Chimps you'd like to see me do next. Yeah, this one's for the person who commented on my Elite Defender video suggesting a Icicle Impale 2 Megapops. So this video is for you. I've not seen any records of the super glue at all, either in 2 Megapops or 2 Tower Chimps. I would believe that could be possible, but it's trying to make it work. That's the thing. Glue gunner you can't really start with because corrosive glue is too expensive to afford from placing it down and then going through the upgrades. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everybody.